December 18th, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. And welcome back. Thanks, Wright, Dual Destinies. Last time, Apollo might be dead. That's bad, really bad, but I don't know. I hope he's alive, but he might be dead. I guess we're in for the next day, which is interesting, because usually they don't last 2 days, but I guess this one does, so that's crazy. But yes, let's find out what's going on. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended up yesterday... Good morning. Dana, hi. You guys gonna tell me what's going on? The mood sure is tense, not that that's any surprise. Guys, do you want to spill some beans on Apollo or what? Oh, hey, did you read the paper this morning, boss? What? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it, you know, the big news. I spotted an abnormal snowman way up in the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tabloid, Avena. That might show up in the forest where you live, Junie. You better watch out, okay? She's not listening. You should read the story for yourself. I can't plan to do it justice. Justice? Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. It's all my fault. Veda... Oh, Junie, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry. We found yesterday. It was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. Rushed into the hospital right away and looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble into a scene like that. Well, that's good. Apollo is okay. I mean, he was attacked and was already hurt from the bomb, but he wasn't dead at least, so that's good. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I meant to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on the sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh. I guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who have studied analytical psychology are great at times like these. After all, they learn how to control their own emotions, too. Somehow I don't think it's easy as she makes it sound. Because if you look at Widget is sad, but she looks good. I think it's a lie. But it's so annoying she's a real trooper. Paul doesn't remember a thing, does he? Yeah, I can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to the hit he took to the head. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. Yeah, you do! You were hit with, what was it? A fire extinguisher? Yeah. It sucks. But who in the world would want to do such a thing? Ah, Mr. Wright. Just wait until I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo. No, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I'm as upset as you. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we kill Junie's name. That's the spirit. Now, let's see. Better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. Oh yeah? You got new stuff in here? No. It's all the same. Why do you want me to look at it? Want me to look at the... Apollo Justice. Assaulted during the trial yesterday. Thankfully he's gonna be okay, but he's still at the hospital and going treatment. Juniper Woods. Our client in this case, a kind-hearted girl who loves nature. She apparently lives in a forest. Detectives heading up the investigation of the bombing. Athena, a brigade lawyer, a young lawyer at our agency. She's also our client's friend. Gaspin Payne, the prosecuting attorney. Younger brother of another prosecutor I know. This one lacks presence too. No. Okay. I don't see anything new, but I did it. Memory serves any more than 6 pieces of evidence. You can switch the pages. Earth to Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are. Alright, let's get ready to Let's get ready to rumble. You bet. You bet, ASAP. Everything that's happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. Can't let that stop me, though. I had to get this right, for Miss Wood's sake, and Apollo's too. December 18th, 9:50 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 5. Day 2, court now in session, all rise. Day 2s are new? Giving me a day 2 on the first trial? What? That's crazy. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. Prosecuting is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further investigation. We're able to locate the remote switch in question. I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor. I must say, I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. I apologize, Your Honor. Aha, looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. I don't think you should be thinking that. Alright, though. There's a separate matter, however, I'd like to bring up during this trial. A separate matter, you say? What might that be? I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. Speaking, of course, of the assault on Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4. Uh-oh, why is he bringing that up? Yes, a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. He isn't going where I think he's going with this, is he? The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is courtroom bombing. The assault on Mr. Justice had nothing to do with this trial. But I believe there is the connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both incidents occurred in courtroom number 4. This is location courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Army's body was found. Okay. And the question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice? Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne? If Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom Mr. Woods was with him, evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing. So you mean he found some incriminating evidence? Precisely. So I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice on the back of the head in order to silence him. Judy would never do such a thing. She was devastated when she found Apollo hurt just like that. Miss Sykes, please control your outbursts. The prosecution's belief that by delivering on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself. Very well. Mr. Woods is hereby officially indicted in the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are you listening to Mr. Tope over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured something out. Know what it was. He told me, I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all. I'd like to start by hearing from the defendant herself. Very well, Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. She's coughing again. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. Miss Woods. And she's still really upset about Apollo. Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of the courtroom number 4, Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good, good. If you would please testify to what happened to the court. Alone with Apollo. During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But when I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony, Apollo insisted on staying behind in the courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? So Mr. Justice stayed by your side when you were feeling unwell. What an admirable young man. Not his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. Poor Apollo. He looked like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too. Oh, she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding on that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Something to do with the courtroom bombing, kind of something, I think. Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? It's a very big kind of something indeed. I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection!
Just as I thought, there is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor. What lie is that? When she learned that Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence. No, I never.
Objection!
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindnesses with violence. We found the proof of her foul deed there in the courthouse ruins. What on earth? Do you see it? There's a friend Mr. Justice's right hand. Witness the message he left us. It's written in blood. W-O-O-G-S. Wasn't that? That's right, Your Honor. It says Woods in capital letters. Oh, what? That's what the Mr. Justice left us with the name of his attacker before he fainted. Oh. No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? Mr. Wright, the nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand any more than you do. I discovered Apollo yesterday. Apollo. No. I'm not. I was thinking about it, but I'm not doing your yell. I refuse. We didn't have a chance to restore it to him. As soon as the security heard a thing scream, they ran in and cordoned off the area. After that, they were there in courtroom number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves and leave everything to the police. So I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Now then, please get your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Right, okay. Yeah, let's a little more on this. Tell me more. Why exactly did you do the courtroom ruins? When you look for my medicine to stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Bummer Pranny, he was keeping my medicine safe for me. He's a little compartment that I can put things in, you see. And Phony Fancy is the same kind of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I put my medicine for my coughing fits inside Bummer Pranny. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much trouble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when I got inside, Apollo went straight there. and started looking for my Rhiney in that area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind, just like the trees of the forest. The way she makes him sound, I think Apollo is some kind of ancient god. Oh wait. I mean, kinda. So that's why I went to the ruins, I see. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods. The witness stand where there was no rubble, huh? Yeah, I mean, I guess. Okay, go on. Apollo stayed.
Hold it!
I'd better not ask you about Apollo. I know. I'll use some small talk here to get her to relax a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Woods? Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. I love to knit. I like sewing, too. I made this outfit myself. Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's working. I'll ask her if she has a crush on anyone. Hold on. Why? Are you... Okay. Is there anyone in particular you like right now?
Objection!
Yeah, you rightly should. Like, why is this related at all? Mr. Wright, does that question even remotely relate to this case? To this case? Not really. Mr. Wright, you're afraid of asking questions unrelated to the case at hand. Sorry, Your Honor. -1 the brownie points. Hey, Miss Woods, please continue with your testimony. I believe you were telling the court about your attack on Mr. Justice. Tell me more about being called back. That's when you were called to the stand after Mr. Tornade's testimony, right? Yes, the bailiff came to courtroom number 4 and brought me back to this courtroom. What about Mr. Justice? Would he come with you or did he stay behind? He stayed behind. Let me press this statement since it was added. They're right around the witness stand. Are you sure about that? I'm sorry, did I say something wrong? No, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. Must not upset her, must not upset her. Yes, I'm sure that's where we searched first. Since you made a point of that, I mean, there... Is it the rock? I mean, I'll give it a shot.
Objection!
We started a search for the witness stand, you say? That's right. I guess maybe you wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave. And strong. But that's odd. Under circumstances, she shouldn't have been capable of that. But he was, and still is. He might not look it, but he really is brave, and kind too. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. Yeah, did you not notice her knitting the love heart quilt or whatever earlier? She definitely does. What you're claiming is something that it's something that no one should have been able to do. But I should think that anyone would be so brave and kind if they wanted to be Mr. Wright. True, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you please take a look at this diagram. The courtroom in this state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh. I see your point. The rule blocks off the access area around the witness stand. Does tiny consistency even matter? That's a witness is simply misremembering it. Great. No, I'm not so sure it matters. A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know? That's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. I call slander, Your Honor. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I'd to say it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene? Let me see, Your Honor. Ah, yes. I have one more. Here it is. It's a pullback version of the photo I presented before. Huh? What's that hunk of metal on the wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in the photo Mr. Tonade's bomb transport case? That's right, there's some problem. I guess that transport case was there in courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. Must have been there ever since. Oh, that's it. Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes, I just realized. Its position... It's different from before. Its position? Position of what? The position of that big metal thing. The bomb transport case. Yes, when Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the cases in the photo was open space, so it was easy to search the stand. I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it? As I recall, I think it was more to the right. To the right? Then that means... Okay, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack. Wait, what? In that case, the case was over there at the time of Apollo's attack. Who cares where the transport case was when? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we were talking about.
Objection!
What the transport case has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's enough to turn the prosecution's argument on its ear. What? Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. It's not as thoroughly you know when the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor. The diagram represents the crime scene as shown on the photo. This was the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. Right, I have this. Transport was here at the time of Apollo's attack. Yeah, it was over where he posed to right. It was to the right, so it was like right in the way.
Take that!
Your Honor, I said this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's... inconceivable! Miss Woods, where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes, that's where it was. Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noticed an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in blood. Exactly. The transport case was in that position at the time of the assault. The no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which is to conclude that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Objection!
Why should we believe the defendant's claim that the case was in a different position? He's obviously lying.
Objection!
The fact that the case was moved after they assaulted Mr. Justice. That's proof other than Mrs. Wood's testimony alone. What? And where's this proof you're talking about? It's right here in the crime photo. I needed this proof myself, Mr. Wright. When this photo indicates the transport case was moved after the assault. Oh, I see it. There's marks on his bandages. Right there.
Take that!
Who took at the mark that runs over Mr. Justice's bandages here? I see it, but what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transfer case was ridden to the right of Mr. Justice. After Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transport case was moved. What? This is Mrs. Woods said. The case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was possible for Mr. Justice to have left that message in blood. No! You did it, boss. There's a real nail biter, but you pulled it off. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Order in the court. Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. Oh, it was nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that. Boss, I'm sensing a different smug and braggy vibe coming off of you. I have just one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Justice didn't leave this message in blood. Then who did? Huh? What? Oh. Well... Looks like I should have taken that train of thought through to the last station. Well, I would have thought about this. This is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it? Ah, this feeling. It feels back to memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through thick and thin. Gee, Mr. Wright, the judge kinda makes you sound no better than a two-bit con man. Made your argument with just confidence, Mr. Wright. And I'd like to hear your answer with just as much confidence. Hey, until the judge asks a question, you didn't catch on either, Buster. Oh, what now, boss? I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner. Think, Phoenix, think, there must be a way through this. To dig right into the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? The culprit? Apollo didn't write that bloody writing. Maybe it was Apollo's attack who wrote it. It made it look like Apollo did it. That seems like the most reasonable explanation. So wait a minute. I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood on the photo. It doesn't look like Apollo bled very much. Why was it even possible to write out words with just this much? Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. Might have been a factor in why he survived the assault. And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so, but if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could it have been? Who would have written that message in blood? It would have to be somebody else, I guess. If it wasn't Apollo, who could have left that bloody message? I mean, the only other dead person... The victim of the bombing?
Take that!
To be honest, I don't actually have any real proof of this. But I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there's one more person who shed blood at this crime scene. A person who shed blood. You don't mean... Oh, but I do. It was Candace Army who left this message in blood.